Hello, Miss Vogel here. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a great summer or had a great summer. It's coming to an end. Yep. So I'm coming to you from my house, so you're gonna hear the dogs barking and there'll probably be interruptions, but I felt like this was the best way for me to get out to you what exactly I have in store for this coming year, and some changes and some things to add and all that good stuff. Did I mention I am at home, so there could be dogs barking and who knows what, so excuse that. Just this is so much information, I didn't want to put this in an email, but it's also time sensitive because school's right around the corner. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is an elective option that I'm pretty excited about. So I have been doing phone conferences for the last week or two, actually, in reference to being able to offer our students more opportunities that may benefit them down the road. As you know, with our budget and our tuition rate is fairly on the low side, we don't have access to some of the things that the larger schools do. So in order for us to be able to stay up with the times here, we have looked into some virtual classes, elective classes for our students. I've been in conference meetings with a bunch of different ones for the last 2 weeks, as I mentioned, and I've narrowed it down to a company called eDynamic Learning. And so basically what we are offering is for our students to have an access to some curriculums that will help flourish their academic adventure here. So this is what eDynamic is offering to us. For our students to enroll into their curriculum, they would enroll in our curriculum, and what I plan to do is open up, say, Tuesdays. Let's take Tuesday for instance. So we have some of the students that are going to be participating in the Spanish class, which they can do that and participate in Spanish. Whoever is not in Spanish, if they want to participate in one of these classes, they would stay at the school for 1 hour on Tuesday from 1 to 2 and work on this curriculum, work on their program at the school. I want them to have at least 1 hour at the school, and that is so that I can function as the overseer, the supervisor. They'll be working on their own, but I can actually get in there and see what they're doing and what's going on and what progress is being made, and I can communicate with, the next part is, the virtual teacher. So they will actually be assigned a teacher, not from the Maven Academy, but from eDynamic, which is their certified and well-trained teachers that have, experience and knowledge in those particular areas, because it's a wide vast of different things that the kids can do. And there's no way in the world that being a small school with our budget, that I can bring in someone for coding, someone for programs, someone for digital, I can't do all that. So this is an opportunity for the student to work at their own pace, which a lot of our students are used to doing that, getting on it. They might need somebody to say, hey, did you do that? Push them along a little bit, but that's what I'm here for. That's what the parents are here for, is that we're going to keep them on the flow. The teacher is there to communicate with them. They can send emails, they can some of the teachers, they say, depends on what the teacher themselves and how they operate, but some of them will do text messaging, some of them will do video conferencing, some of them will, there's all the different communication ways. They will be in contact with the student and help the student guide through the course and answer any questions that the students may have. They're going to grade the courses, they're going to give them feedback on the courses, their feedback on the answers that they give. So that, and then of course my hands will be in there too, and I'll be reporting. The students are more than welcome to work on this at home as well. It's probably going to be encouraged, but it's between the student and the teacher. Actually, will set up how this is going to work, and then I'll be made aware of that, and I can also follow along to make sure that they're moving along. So just to give you an example of some of the courses that are going to be offered. Instead of naming all of this off, I thought I'd just real quick show you. This is for the middle schoolers. As you can see, there's like 2D art studio, there's career exploration, there's digital design and coding and fitness and game design, journalism and photography. And then if you go up for the high schoolers, let's take a look at what they have. It's a ton of stuff for the high schoolers. 3D modeling, office access, American history, government, sign language. I'm not going to read them all because, like I said, there's a lot. Animation, introduction to anthropology. There's like 3 courses on that. Biotechnology, engineering and technology, cosmetology, creative writing, criminology, culinary, cybersecurity. They have a photography, childhood education, forensic science, gaming in this area as well. Different health science for nursing, hospitality and tourism. And as you see, there's an introduction to military careers, marketing, medical terminology, nutrition and wellness. The list goes on and on. And you can, of course, I'm going to give you the opportunity to look over all of this and see the different offerings that they have. But there is a lot of different offerings. They do also have the career path ones that I'll tell you about in a second here. And so this just gives the student an opportunity to get their hands in there and experience those things and be able to do it with someone who's coaching them along that has some kind of hand in that world. They do also offer career paths, and there's a lot to this. I'm not going to get heavily into it. If you want to know more about it, what I would suggest is you can contact me and I will definitely give you that information. Just to tell you a little bit about it is that they have come up with these courses that align with the testing of the state examination for different fields. So they have 3 different fields. It is information and applied technology, and that would go towards jobs of like computing fundamentals. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. Computer programming, interactive media, networking fundamentals, web design, things of that nature. And then they have a health science, which is like nursing assistant, dental assistants, medical assistants, home health aides, those in that nature. And then the business, which is like administrative services and just general business management. So they do have these courses that they take can align you with what you need to sit for these certifications. I did some research into this, and I see that in some of the fields, especially like with the business and some of the applied technology, the many certifications that students can get after doing the full course of these classes. Let's say an 8th or 9th grader starts with us and that's what they want to do, and they start taking all of these classes and they are qualified to sit for an examination. And now this is where it gets tricky, because in the state of Maryland, as you know, because we all live here, they are slow to get on board with a lot of different things. So a lot of their testing, the requirements to sit for the test really mandate more than what this is offering. So I don't want to sit here and say, oh, they can do this and then they can sit for this, this test. They can sit for certification and all this kind. I don't want to say that, because the state of Maryland has its own rules. And looking at it, there are some of these mini certificates, like for instance, an info and applied technology. There's many certificates. You can get something called an IC3, computing fundamentals, like many certificates and stuff like that. Some of these many certificates students would be qualified to sit for. Like on here, it has on here the nursing assistant program. I did some thorough research into that. They would not be qualified to sit for that test, even after completing this. So like I said, it takes some little bit of research. If there's something in particular your student is looking after, I would definitely, look in to see if it requires an approved learning, coming out of a specific learning organization or something like that, because we're not on any of those. I don't claim to be on any of those. I just want to put that out there. I'm not claiming to be that, and that is why I'm personally not looking at this with the approach of, oh, if a student comes here and does all these classes, then they can sit for certification. I'm not even offering that. I'm not saying that, because with each avenue they have here to go, the health, the business, or the technology, I don't know if they're going to qualify to sit. If you're not registered or taking an elective in-house with us, and you can stay on Wednesday from 1 to 2, you'll sit in the other room quietly doing your work. I'll be in my room. I'll be monitoring everyone that is online. I can go in there, I can see what they're doing, I can see all the progress, I can see if are they communicating with the teacher. The teacher's going to use me as the coach. Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? And that's my main goal, is to have them there so that we can have them accountable for that hour of time. Same thing applies for Thursday. If they're not taking the in-house elective class with us, then they can go ahead and sit for that. I don't want to keep it much longer. I know this is long, but this is a lot of information, and as you can see, this would have been a very lengthy email. I am hoping to get I have to do some classes myself on how this all works, and webinars and all that good stuff, so I'm hoping to do that this coming week, so that the following week we can focus on school and get ourselves in gear for the school year, and then the following week I will pick this up and we will start doing this. I'll have all payment options for you at a later time. I'm not going to go through all that right now, but there will be. You do not have to come up with that immediately. I understand that can be a lot of money, but I think it's a great opportunity, and I'm not going to keep you much longer, but thank you, and I'm so excited for the first day of school. We have a great day scheduled for the students. We have the science guys of Baltimore coming in. We're gonna all do this really cool chemistry project, since we are studying chemistry this year. So we're excited, and we will see you on Tuesday, September 3rd, 9 a.m. sharp, people. I prefer 8:45, 8:50. See ya.